Grit's Silent Forge, how Musk, Goggins, and a steel mill mom hammered endurance into Empire's 2025. Imagine this. Dawn cracks, muscles scream like twisted rebar. You're on mile 50, no sleep, blisters weeping blood. That burn in your lungs? The devil's whisper to quit? It's not breaking you, it's the hammer strike. The silent forge where grit tempers steel from sweat-soaked scraps. What if every grind that gutted you was the mold for unbreakable? Stay locked in. In the next 45 minutes, we'll hammer Grit's raw edge, how it pulverized Musk, Goggins, and a mill mom into titans. By the end, you'll chase the next ache like air. Ready? Swing the hammer. But first, why does grit feel like slow death? World peddles quick wins, hustle hacks, overnight empires. Science slaps back. 80% abandon goals in month 1 per Columbia Grit Labs. Yet the 20% who endure, 4x success rate. It's epidemic quit. And in that quit, gold. Grit isn't gift, it's grind forged daily. Today, we temper it through unrelenters. Elon Musk's 120-hour hell weeks, David Goggins' 4 a.m. ice baths, and Lena's furnace shifts to factory queen. Feel the anvil thud. We're swinging deep. Welcome to the forge, warrior. Dragging through endless reps, rebuilding from burnout, scrolling for steel. This is your bellows. No easy affirmations. We're smelting how bone-grinding persistence, the kind that scars, rewires your core for conquest. Dopamine loops tighten, prefrontal steel hardens per UPenn scans. We'll forge 3 heats: Musk's orbital overtime, Goggins' unbreakable ultra, and Lena's molten nights to million-dollar mold. Each strikes a tool you hammer tonight. Pause, notebook ready. Jot your current quit point. We'll melt it slag by close. Ignite the coals. From orbital ovens to ice-rhymed miles, Grit's blueprint is brutal. Start with the man who outworked stars. Hawthorne Factory, 2020. Elon Musk, 49, slumped at a scarred desk, 120 hours clocked, eyes like ground glass. Cybertruck deadline looms. Sleep? A myth. Feel the fluorescent buzz drill your skull. Taste the stale Red Bull rot? This wasn't overtime, it was war. Tesla production halted, COVID chaos, regulators circling. 200B Empire teetered on his frayed will. Crowds clock out at 5. Musk forged solo, no pity, just pulse against pain. Why? Grit devours comfort. His ritual, pain audits. Midnight logs of every ache, no wine, pure fuel. Result? Gigafactory ramp-up, 1M cars, year. From sludge to supernova, lean harder. Kid Elon, bullied orphan, 10-hour code binges for escape. Zip 2, 80-hour marathons birthed it. 2020, pandemic pivot, ventilators, then Cybertruck. He audited, what broke today, build thicker. Brain tempered, grit circuits fired, noise incinerated. Now, Mars bound, immersive truth. Feel your shoulders sag. That's Musk's forge, Grit's hammer blow turned hull. He snarls, nobody changes the world on 40 hours a week. Alone in the glow. That's where iron becomes infinity. Your tool from this heat, ache log. Tonight, lights low, no escape. Track your grind, that stalled workout, endless emails. List 10 pains, then 10 counters. Bend or break. Musk logged. Yale Grit studies show endurance journaling ups tolerance 55%. Question, what's your factory scar? That half-done hustle? Log it. Feel the temper? Weld it fast. We're not done smelting, but titans aren't born in boardrooms. Shift to San Diego trails, 2018. Mud sucks at boots, dawn's grey bite. San Diego outskirts, pre-dawn. David Goggins, 43, plunges into 32-degree surf. Ex-SEAL turned ultra beast. 100-mile Badwater ultra, blisters burst, kidneys fail, vultures circle. Hear the waves slap like accusations. Smell the salt sting sweat. This was Grit's abyss, not race, but reckoning. 300 pounds once, suicidal, Navy washout. now. Pushing hell weeks solo, no crew, just mind versus meat. Yet in that surf's crush, he surfaced unbreakable. Solitary strokes, grit his only god, birthed 70 Ultras 1. Dive, fiercer, feel the cold seize your veins. That's tuition. Goggins' callous mind. Daily 40% rule. When tank's empty, you're 60% left. Alone, his brain rebuilt. Pain as professor, quit as enemy. 2018. Moab 240. 200 miles, no sleep. DNF'd twice before. Third. Victory. He roars. The most important conversations are the ones you have with yourself. Agony, like forged sparks on flesh. Anvil. 11 books, millions inspired. Gear shift, grit builds calluses. fMRI fire, persistent exposure thickens neural armor 60%. Goggins tool, 40% push. Yours, hit your wall, that late night study, cold call. When quit calls demand 40% more. He turned washout to warrior. You? That faded fitness, let grit grind it granite. Pause. Inhale the surf spray. What's callousing in your storm? Scribble it. Feel the unbreakable rise. That's Goggins bellowing. Grit isn't grind, it's godhood. From trails to turnouts, grit's hammer scales. Feel the heat haze? Lena's story grounds the glow. Gary, Indiana, 2017. Lena, 35, single mom, clocks 12-hour steel mill shifts, arc welders flash-scarring retinas. Furnace roars 2,000 degrees, lungs choke on slag dust. Hear the metal shriek, smell the ozone burn. This wasn't job, it was gauntlet. Husband gone, debts drowning, kids hungry. Quit whispered nightly. Yet, post-midnight, home's dim kitchen, she sketched. Custom molds from mill scraps. No breaks, just will. Solitude her anvil, grit the strike. Feel the sparks dance your skin. That's revolt. Years fused, prototypes melted, scrapped 50 times. Isolation howled, your rust. Thunderstrike, persistence purified. First client, mill buddy. Scaled, Lena Forge, CNC shop. 2 Minutters contracts. TED stage now. Her stoveside oath, sweat steals souls, from slag to sovereign. Your takeaway, shift strike. After hours, 1 hour, no mercy. Hammer your mold, skill stack, biz blueprint. Lena's core tapped deliberate drudgery, 90% grit gain, per Angela Duckworth data. Immersive call, feel your hammer swing. That's your forge flaring. What's your sovereign? Strike it now. Musk ramps, Goggins surges, Lena molds, threads fuse one steel. Feel the weld. We've hammered heats, Musk's desk inferno, Goggins surf siege, Lena's slag sacrament. Each grit, a bellows. Feel the coals banked to brand. That's yours now. Endurance isn't endurance, it's empire. Rewires ache to armor, quits to quests. You've seized the tools, ache log for pains to power. 40% push for walls to wins, shift strike for daily dawns. Tonight, stoke the fire, let grit temper you. One final flare, you're not solo in the sweat. Millions seek this steel. Grit success stories, build endurance 2025. You're here, victory's first strike. Hit like if this hardened you. Subscribe for weekly forges. Next, resilience's rebel code. Comment your grit grind below. Share with one drudge dreamer. Rise unyielding, the anvil awaits. Grab that notebook. Log your first ache. Link in description. Free Grit Forge PDF. See you in the heat.